Today we have 6 pouches in front of you, and all these pouches are meant to fit inside your pocket. We're focusing in on these pouches because these pouches are meant for you to carry stuff on the inside of the pouch versus the outside of the pouch. Pouches like these are meant to carry things much more on the outside than on the inside. We're not going to cover these. We're going to cover just these particular 6 pouches. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn them over, and then you can look at them and say, what about this pouch? Do you have a better sense of what these pouches are? How much that they would cost? What they're about? Pouches are really subjective of what people like and don't like. Pouches are really subjective of even how they get used. I'm going to go through each one of these 6 pouches. What I'm going to talk about are the good things about them and how much they cost, and a little bit about what I don't like about them. So let's get started. This in front of you is the Kosibate EDC pouch. It sells for approximately $12 on Amazon. It weighs approximately, if I remember right, let's see, 6.75, 1.76 ounces. Let's go to about 50 grams empty. This is a pouch. This is probably the largest pouch. It's measures approximately a little less than 6 inches this direction, and a little bit more than 4 inches in that direction. It is the only one that you will see today that can actually hold something like a fill notebook in the back here. This pouch has 6 pockets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. It has a couple of handles here that you can attach either a carabiner to or put on, or even possibly some Molle pieces on it, but I would not do that. This little thin pouch here is probably only good for a pen or pencil, to let you know that. These other pouches you can put other things in. I primarily use this for, originally has a pouch that I could put in my car, my glove compartment, or center console, where I could put essentially what would be like a small multi-tool in here, some other tools. I also tried putting in a car registration cards that maybe like AAA info in here. I found this to be a little unwieldy for that. The material here is not the least bit waterproof, so be aware of that. It typically sells for 12 bucks on Amazon. Sometimes I've seen it as low as 9 bucks discounted. I happen to have 2 of them. This one I primarily use for my bike stuff. When I go biking, I can put all my bike tools in there. These are what typically some of my bike tools look like, and I'll just drop them in here just to show you that. This one right here. These are some various tools and some chapstick, a little wrench, pliers. This would fit in my pocket. Goes good for a jersey pocket inside a bike, because you put everything in here. You can put a wallet inside here. I have another one. This one I typically use, the red one I typically use for when I'm out and about. I've got a 360 camera, and when I want to record stuff with it, all my recording stuff goes in here. I've got some mics in here, and I also have some windshields, and I carry an extra battery here also to be able to power up, or make sure that the camera is powered up, or make sure that the mic is powered up. This is the Kosibate EDC pouch. The Zero Fuel is not meant to carry really large objects. I have it packed out here with a flashlight. I think this is a skeletal tool, a little penknife, and if used flat objects, it works really fine. It's a normal size pen will not fit, so just be aware of that. So on the inside, on the outside, it actually would fit well. I have a pen here and a notebook. It does have some loop patch stuff for the back for putting in patches, arranger eyes. That works really well. This comes in multiple colors. I really like this, especially with this loop here. You put a carabiner here, attach it to another pack, or even your own belt loop. The downside is what goes in here needs to be fairly thin. I do use zero fuel stuff a lot. I particularly use the next size down, which is what I call the regular size. This is large size. And I just pack the stuff with different things related to survival. This one is a little bit more survival orientated. It's got some light matches, whistle, and here Frenzo lens. And then this one right here can be, I have used for a second wallet. I've got what I call the seconds, which is, I think there are 3 for $22. You can get all 3 of these. I've got all these in their original ones at $25, $20, I think $18. That's what they are. And I can't tell the difference between the seconds and the good ones. Your mileage may vary. This is the Zero Fuel Cup, $25, includes shipping. Now this little bag is something that I actually picked up in a secondhand shop. When I first saw it, I thought it was a Viperade VE10, if I'm correct here. I know that Viperade has also a similar one called the VE22. I'm not sure which one. I was hesitant to put this in this round because I don't know where to find it. I don't know how much you would pay for it new. Like I said, I found it in a secondhand store for $4.50. So that's why I got it, because I was a little confused because I actually thought that it was a Viperade bag. And I have a bunch of Viperade bags. It actually looks like a Viperade bag, so I'm assuming that it is about a 3.5 by 5 and like a quarter length pouch. But let me go this way here for you. But here it gets a little shorter. Now, yeah, the thing about this particular pouch, what I really disliked about it, which is what I'm going to concentrate on, is that while it does have 500D, because it slants down here, it's hard to figure out what to put in here that is put above this particular line. So therefore, you get pretty limited in what you can put in here. This is the typical pin here that won't fit in here. This notebook would fit in here rather easily. It works well here. The big advantage to this pouch is basically the advantage of some of the earlier pouches that I said that I wasn't going to be looking at. Is it has a lot of spaces on the outside to put things. If you wanted to put something on the outside here, you could easily do that. I would suggest that if you were to find this one, or this way, just to let you know, even though you're not going to be able to get it, I'm not going to have a link for it. It's 75 grams. 2.68 ounces. It is lightweight. It's not going to be that heavy inside your pocket, but it does fit inside a pocket if you get everything inside. Once you start putting stuff on the outside, that I've tried to do, it becomes not pocketable. This is the Viperade VE10 for now. This is the STWMN. MN, I assume, is Minnesota. Mini EDC Nylon pouch. This pouch is fairly thick. Because it's thick, it's able to hold things some of the other pouches are not able to hold. It is approximately 4.5 by 3.25. Its depth is really what makes this thing what it is. It's almost 1 3/4 inches. It has loop for like ranger eyes. It has a loop here if you want to attach it to something, like you can put a carabiner through it. Possibly belt loop. It is wide. It is able to fit inside of my pockets, and I think of most people's pockets. It does have a very nice zipper system here, and it does have a very nice zipper YKK system here. A lot of times I prefer 2 zippers, but this is small enough that 1 is great. There's no outer pocket, so everything is inside. If you unzip it, I've got some stuff in here, and it's really great for like thick. So I have multi-tool here, flashlight. This I put in the middle because it's so wide you could put something like the middle here, this little storage container, or you can put your keys in here with a carabiner, obviously, a lighter, and a little kit for screwing and unscrewing. This is nice. You get it on Etsy. It's made in the USA for people who, the logo for the company that makes it is right here. I don't know if you can barely make it out here. STW. Oops, I got it upside down. That's why I can't make it. It's STWMN. This is a very nice pouch. I really like it a lot. I carry it when I'm going out and about occasionally. The STWMN pouch. Oh, it's $35, and that does include shipping, if I'm correct here. This is the Datacrew What a Junior. It's the most expensive one that I have here. Right now, probably including shipping, it's going to be $75, I think, something to that effect. It's also the smallest one. If you look at the measurements here, it's about 4¼ inch that way. And on this direction, it's about 3½ inches. But it is thick. It isn't the thickest one, but it's the next thickest one. It's over an inch, almost an inch and a half wide. So, and with, you can put a lot of things in here. It's also, I think that there's one other one. It is the second US made one. It comes with really nice zippers. It has YKK zippers, and this looks like some kind of form of AquaGuard, so it should be pretty water resistant, almost waterproof, not quite, because water can get in through here for sure. It is a nice pouch. It feels nice. It's got some loops on the back. This section here, you may be able to get something in here like a pen in here at times, but it still makes it a little bit harder to open up or close by doing that. So let me unzip it and tell you what I have in here. I forgot to mention it does have a front pocket. This front pocket is fairly small. You probably can't put in more than one credit card in here, but you can stuff it in here. This is this pouch is made for someone who likes really nice stuff, wants to put really nice stuff in here. I happen to just have this little magnifying glass. I have frontal lenses and magnifying glasses pretty much everywhere. Let's unzip it so that you can see what's inside and then weigh it. Everything here pretty much got stuffed inside here, and we do have some ratchets, flashlight, a small notebook. I would once again go back to my favorite and use just post-it notes in here that are wrapped up. You can fit in just barely one of these Knipick pliers, multi-tool, and this is the other end of that, and some bits. So that's the kind of thing you can put in, and this would fill it up completely. Let's do some weights. We already did the measurements, sizes wise. It's 2.2 ounces, which is about 63 grams. Yep. So once again, What a Junior. It's including shipping is going to be $75. They do offer a variety of colors. They always have a limited stock, though the limited stock does come and go. What I tell people, if someone were to ask me, I've seen these sell for over $100 on eBay. They are definitely not worth $100. Are they worth $75? For many people, and if you have a little extra cash, I think that they're going to be smaller than most other pouches, but this one will fit in your pocket. They are new. You can put Ranger eyes on them. I think that they'll last a little longer than some of the other cheaper pouches. Once again, that's What a Junior from Datacrew, $75. Here's the tactical Molle first aid bag. Have you ever purchased something on Amazon or on another site and it was a decent price when I originally purchased it? It was like $8. It's now like $11, $12 on Amazon. Now you thought this thing isn't going to amount to much. You're not going to use it. You looked at it. You said this thing is really weird. And then you get it home. You look at it. You go, this is fantastic. This is great. This is a good find. I feel this way about this particular little small pocket-sized pouch. There's nothing at all special about this. There's probably a few things that people will really dislike about it. Let me just go over it. It's 100D nylon. It does have a large loop for those people that like to do ranger eyes or put stuff on like the outside. It's really nice. You can put it on a belt in this direction here. It is Molle compatible, very Molle. And then it has this thing that you can also hang on to from belt or wallet or whatever. Like I said, patches, Molle, belt. It has 2 zippers, not one. These are nothing special zippers, but it has 2 of them. So you can go halfway around and pick something out if that's what you wanted to do. It's great because you can open up the whole thing fully like this. That's something that a lot of the other ones do, but not as well in this direction. The size of it, well, I'll talk about size, but you can put a lot of different stuff in here. I happen to have a light, vice grips, Kershaw. I forgot what this Kershaw's called, but is there anything else in here? You can put a small notebook, a little lighter, pen. So you can put other stuff in here, much more than that, and still feel like it's okay to put inside your pocket or it's okay to put on your belt. Let's go over the size of this so that across here is a little less than 4.5 or about 4, and this way here is about 5. So it's about 4.25 by 5. Let's weigh it. It's probably gonna be a little heavier because it has this on it, but weigh it with that on it. 64 grams, that is not bad. 2.22 ounces. Now, obviously, if you were to take this piece off here, which you can do, it will weigh a lot less. Let's just weigh it with that. So it's 1.97, so about almost 1/4 of an ounce less without this on it. Make sure. So without this on it, it's here. And once again, this is the tactical Molle first aid pouch. You could use it to put first aid stuff in, or you can just use it to put other stuff in. It'd be great for a little small thing that you put inside your car, or you can put it inside your another bag that you want to fill up with first aid gear. You put that in here. It also fits inside of your pocket. This is a tactical Molle first aid bag. It's about $12 on Amazon. Let's begin to wrap this up. These are now laid out in order of how much I've used them in 2024. I've used this one the most, this one the least. The reason for that is somewhat how I use them, what they're used for. This is the highest quality one by far. The other ones are in a similar quality level. I think the STW and the Zerofued, in my mind, are pretty good quality. The most underrated one for me would be this one right here. I typically use this one. I have some technical stuff, so I'll put like a backup battery in here. I'll put some USB cords and some rolling cables. I still use these primarily for my bike. I've got one for that, and one that I put like microphone stuff in. The STW MN, I use this a lot when I want to put in some larger multi-tools to carry. I typically will put a surge in there. I'll put a couple of sacks inside that. This one I carried for 2+ weeks and also a few other days. It just looks strange, bulgy in my pocket, so I no longer carry that one. This one I really like, and I would carry this one again, but I just end up carrying these things And that's pretty much all I need, unless I want to go to something bigger that I would then put inside of a bag. This one I did carry for a couple of weeks. It doesn't fit my ED stuff really well. It's too small for a large set of multi-tools, and it's just too big for the other things that I typically carry, which I could put in here. Now, I could carry some stuff in here, but you know, more like a wallet kind of stuff than EDC stuff. I have seen a number of people that have this particular one, and everyone that I've seen actually don't carry it in a pocket, they actually carry it in a bag. Which to me, if I'm going to carry something in a bag or different pouch, then I want some major. And these are all going to be a little larger than this is going to be carry wise. So the possibilities of things that you can carry inside your pocket that is primarily a pouch, which means you put stuff on the inside of it versus the outside of it. If you have pouches that I should look at or that I missed, or tell me what your favorite one is, that would be great down in the comment section. This is Haku EDC. I will see you in the future.